Hello everybody and welcome to another day here in the Ssbl. We're jumping right into the action. We've got the Stingers and the Angels here in game number 1. Angels, probably the surprise of the year, coming at 6-4, looking to potentially retie the Unicorns who won last night. And, of course, the Stingers, on the other hand. It's been a one-man race so far in the Epic Novas division, leading the field by 2.5 games. And draw a leadoff walk off of Matt Suzaka. And Stingers with a runner in scoring position already. Suzaka, 10 1/3 innings this year. 5 earned runs, a 4.36 ERA. Hasn't had much of a walk problem up to this point. An 8-4 strikeout to walk ratio, a 1.45 whip. Already a pair of free passes given up. And Matthew Kennedy to the plate. And walk number 3. And the bases are loaded here for the Stingers and Dank Highgrass. A chance to break things open here real early. Full count. And Highgrass puts it up the middle. That will score 1, and the Stingers take a 1-0 lead before an out is recorded. And another one up the middle, make it 2-0. Well, this game I thought had some promise to it, but Angels yet to record an out here, and that one is smoked, heading towards left center, and over the wall, a grand slam. The Stingers 6-0 before an out is recorded. Penelope Garcia putting that just over the short wall here in Colonial Plaza, and it's a mess. Did not see this one coming. Suzaka getting his earned runs doubled up in 1 inning. Jorgensen makes the catch for out number 2, and here is Crispy Bacon. We've hit through the lineup here in the first inning. And Milstein makes the catch there for out number 3, but not before significant damage has been done. Emma Milstein to lead things off for the Angels, facing off against a familiar face, Robin Ryan. Longtime Stingers staple. 13 1/3 innings under his belt so far this season. 4 earned runs. 18 strikeouts to no walks. A 2.7 ERA and a .675 whip. I think Robin Ryan has a bad taste in his mouth on how season 8 ended. Wants to try and get this Stingers team back to the Super Series before the swan song of his career. 2 down already here in the bottom of the first. I have a question. Could you all hear during the countdown that I was watching something on my iPad? Because I wonder if that's going to come back to bite us later if we get like content ID'd or something. Oh, well, that's good. All right, top of the second. Let's see if Suzaka can put any kind of positive spin on this outing. Oh, I was just watching a show, and I was just wondering if like it was gonna flag our channel or something, if it's like, oh, it's airing, trying to stream TV or something. Man, not a solid Angels day. 2-2 here to Heidi Bear in the dirt. 3-2. And a swing and a miss. Down goes Bear. Brings up Matthew Kennedy. Kennedy is solid bat so far this season. 12 for 40. Hitting 300 on the year, but strikes out quite a bit. 19 on the season. As he puts that one into center field for Emily Prentice for out number 2. Brings up Highgrass, who started the scoring in the first inning. And slaps one into left, but Watley will catch up to that one for out number 3, and we'll go bottom second. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Angels. And Ryan starts off the inning with the strikeout, one away. Brings up Bjornsson. And that's back-to-back strikeouts to start off the inning for Ryan. 2 down, Uno Dia to the plate. Slow roller. Highgrass comes off of first to get it. Gets it to Ryan, who covers just in time. For out number 3, into the top of the third we go. Rotani, Garcia, and Zarbi due up. Stingers team is in the top 10 of batting average, hitting .260 on the year. That is 10th in the league. As we mentioned the other night, top in the league in home runs, tied with the High Rollers and the Dragons, with 17 coming into the week. And in the better half of strikeout percentage, just 26% of the time. Offense is a bit on the lower side, but still in the top half of the league, averaging 4.7 runs per game. Angels, though, surprisingly offensively outpaced the Stingers. Angels hitting .312 on the year. Home runs obviously aren't as good, but the K rate is pretty close, within 0.5%, and there goes Suzaka. In comes Liza Reinford. Reinford on the year, 10 innings of work and only 2 earned runs. 1.8 ERA, whip sitting at 1.19. 8-2 strikeout to walk ratio. Dallas, Texas to the plate. 1 on and 2 outs. Yes, 17 is top for home runs. Dragons, Stingers, and High Rollers. Two and two to Crispy Bacon, and a diving attempt there by Milstein. And she won't get the throw off in time, and the bases are loaded for Monica Elmenreich. Already a 6-0 Stingers lead. Two and one. And that one is caught by Milstein this time for out number 3. Stingers turned away in the top of the third, but it's still 6-0. 7, 8, and 9 due out for the Angels here.
That's inside.
Right at first, Highgrass will take it himself for round number 1. Brings up Ruby Green Dexteres. Dexteres, a very good bat so far this season, but flies out to Elmenreich for round number 2. And here is your MVP frontrunner, Wash Jotley, 17 for 34 this season, leading the Epic and the Ssbl in home runs, 5 for 10, and breaks up the perfect game. We have 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. A perfect 500 average on the season. Sends us back to the top of the order, Emma Milstein. Popped up into right. And that will be caught by Kennedy for out number 3, and we'll go to the top of the 4th. We'll see Bear, Kennedy, and Highgrass due up for the Stingers. That is cranked deep into right center at the wall, and it's out of here. Heidi Bear starts off the top of the 4th with one into center field, 435 feet, 7-0 Stingers. Heidi Bear, her 3rd of the season. Stingers all over the Angels here in this one. Well, I had hopes of this game being a bit better because I don't know what to expect from Game 2, to be completely honest, but Game 3 should be another boat race, if we're being honest with ourselves. So, might be a bit of a long night here in Day 3 of Week 11. Two and two, the count to Swolhei Brotani, and that's fouled off. And that's fouled back, full count. Into right, caught by Banani. And that will send us to the bottom of the fourth. 2, 3, and 4 due up.
The first baseman, number 2. Strike. Now batting, the center fielder, number 30. Strike.
0-2 to Emily Prentice. And she pops this one into the stands.
No.
2-2 the count. Hop to Bear, Bear to Texas, and Texas to High Grass for the 4-6-3 Dragon Special.
Designated hitter, number 44. Strike. Follow. You're out.
And the strikeout will end the inning.
Now batting, the catcher, number 3. Ball low.
Grounded to Dexteris, one away.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 20. That's outside.
Into foul territory. And Newmore will track it down for out number 2.
Shortstop, number 12. Now pitching.
And Rhineford is done. In comes Dickie Vaughn. And he gives up a base hit.
Now batting, the center fielder,
Vaughn just 7 1/3 of innings of work this year, 2 earned, a 2.45 ERA, a sub-1 WHIP though, with only 5 hits and a walk given up, 7 strikeouts under his belt. But a couple of base runners aboard with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th.
now batting, the left fielder, number 41.
As the Stingers are looking for some style points here in Week 11.
Low. Low. Strike. Follow. Strike. Ball 4. Take base.
And that walk will load the bases. Third opportunity with the bases loaded tonight for the Stingers. And Heidi Bear, who's already hit a home run,
Ball outside.
puts one up the middles. Milstein makes the snag and gets it to first in time for out number 3. Nice play by Milstein, preventing more runs from scoring. Bottom of the 5th we go. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Angels.
Catcher, number 18.
And that one's rocked, and that one is out of here. Angels get themselves on the board. Jornsen going into right field, 367 feet, to make it 7-1.
Number 26. Outside. Right. That's up. Inside. Ball 4. Take your base.
Unadia will take a walk, and that will bring up Otani Banani.
7.
Ryan Sothar threw 4 innings, 3 hits. He earned a run off the home run, a walk, 5 strikeouts.
Strike.
Strike three called. Down goes Banani, one away. Brings up Ruby Green. 16 for 39. Hitting .410 on the season. But grounds that to be. He goes to second for one, and around the horn the Stingers go. Another Dragon special. We go to the top of the sixth, 7-1 now. 3, 4, and 5 to up in the order. As I mentioned, Kennedy with 19 strikeouts, sitting tied for second most in the league in strikeouts with Tyrese Rose, both at 19. Just one behind Phil Barco Jr. and Adelina Strickland, both with 20. Couple of quick outs here for Vaughn in the top of the sixth. Folhe Brotani to the plate. And that one is cranked into left, and that one's over the wall. The baby walls here in Colonial Plaza paying dividends in this game, as we have just eked over the wall 3 times, and it's back to a 7-run game for the Stingers. Grounder to Dexterez. In time for out number 3, bottom of the 6th we go. 8-1 now our score.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 6. Out. Now batting, the shortstop, number 52.
Sophie Newmuller, 1 for 2 today. Newmuller just 8 for 41 on the season, hitting a .195. And look at that, Heidi Baird, Dallas, Texas, make it 3 Dragon specials. And we'll head to the top of the 7th. Czar B, Dallas, Texas, and Chris P. Bacon. Newmuller is one of those players that has never quite lived up to her expectations. In comes Walter Malone. Now, last year, Sophie Newmuller didn't get a whole lot of playing time. Just 2 for 17 last year. Ryan to locked in, Carol Henry, into right will be caught by Kennedy for out number 2.
Number 18.
No, I just don't think she was in the starting lineup for some reason. We had an interim Angels manager there for a bit, but he wandered off. He didn't want to do it anymore. And they just kind of rolled with the same lineup at some point, and she wasn't in it.
The left fielder, number 41. Nope, high. That's inside. Strike. Foul ball. Nope. Foul ball.
Full count here to Elmenreich. Swing and a miss.
Now back, the second baseman, number 36. Strike.
He had a jam-packed first inning. It's been fairly quiet since. Ooh, right on the line.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 2. Strike. Now batting, the first baseman, number
Up comes Dink Highgrass with a couple outs. Walter Malone, might as well read his stats off. 21 innings of work for Milan, 6 earned runs for a 2.57 ERA, 1.09 whip, 12 strikeouts to 7 walks. And swing and a miss from Highgrass, and we will go to the bottom of the 8th. Uno Dia, Bonani, and RGD will be due up.
now batting, the third baseman, number 26. No, that low. Strike. Strike.
To Highgrass, one away.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 7. Strike. Foul ball. Ball inside. That's inside.
Otani puts one just past Dallas, Texas. He'll be aboard now for Green Dexteres.
Number 13. Strike.
0-2 the count. Oh, Dink Highgrass! Dragon Special number 4.
The designated hitter, number 24. Ball low. Foul ball. Foul ball. Strike 3. Now batting, the catcher, number 3.
Top of the 9th, one down. Penelope Garcia to the plate, the grand slam hitter.
That's down. Take your base.
And Garcia will draw a walk.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 20.
Oh! Bjornsson says, not on my watch. And nabs the runner trying to take the base on the passed ball.
Ball inside. Strike three.
And down goes RB, and we'll go to the bottom of the ninth. Angels need to be in the outfield. 9, 1, and 2 due up.
Fielder number 6. Low. That's down. Strike.
2 and 2. And swing and a miss. Ugly strikeout there for Jotley.
The shortstop number 52.
See if Ryan tries to go the full way. Slow roller to B. Throws in time for out number 2. And brings up Sophie Neuenmuller. And Liam Boss will come in to get the final out. Liam Boss, 14 innings of work, 6 earned. And, oh, off the glove of Highgrass, and we'll see another batter.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 30.
Emily Prentice,
Ball high.
0 for 3 today. But connects there and puts 2 aboard.
The designated hitter, number 4.
Brings up Carol Henry,
That's inside.
hitting 18 for 41 this season.
Off the plate.
Some of these Angels have just ridiculous stat lines. And another one up the middle. Runner's going around third and score, making an 8-2 ball game.
The catcher, number
The Angels pull off another 9th inning miracle.
23.
Bjorn Bjornsson's going to get pulled in favor of Tina Tygo.
Ball inside. Outside. Off the plate.
3-0 to Tygo.
Strike.
That on her shoulder takes a strike just at the bottom of the zone.
Ball 4.
But draws the walk, and the bases are loaded as we trickle ever so close to somewhat interesting. Still a 6-run deficit with the bases loaded, but there's 2 outs. And that should do it. Uno Dia pops it up into right. And it'll be caught by Kennedy for out number 3, and the Stingers take one to the Angels, 8-2. First inning grand slam and more, putting this one out of reach in a hurry. Stingers now winners of 3 in a row. 11 hits for them today, 3 homers from Bear, Brotani, and Garcia. Run for the Angels, Bjornsson. 8 hits, Neuenmuller getting on board twice. Ryan with the win, 1 earned through 8 2/3. Boss gives up a run in 1 out. Suzaka got absolutely rocked, 4 walks, 6 earned, 2 2/3. Then we saw 6 1/3 innings of relief, only giving up 2 more runs. Stingers sweep on the MVPs. It's Ryan, Garcia, and Heidi Bear. That will do it for game number 1. Wrong Fielders visit the Knights. Coming up right after this. Don't go near. You're watching the Ssbl on Twitch. Here we go, game number 2, Knights and the Wrong Fielders. Somewhat important to the Heroic Conference playoff picture, as the Knights and the Wrong Fielders still in the mix, just a game behind that logjam, with the Lumberjacks, Liberty, and Vikings sitting at 5 and 5. That's an immediate strikeout from Yoshida, one away in a hurry. Wow. And 1 and 2 to round him out. Rounder 2 Vodka in time for round number 2. Brings up Alvin Yakatori for the injured Pedro Cruz. And he goes down swinging, a 1-2-3 inning for Yoshida. Gonna go bottom of the first. We'll see Pat Gross the second on the mound for the Wrong Fielders. Just his second start this season was a call-up. And that is, gonna get down in front of Wayne. And leadoff runner aboard for the Knights. Wesley Jacks with the base hit. Pat Gross 3 earned through 5. 5.4 ERA, 6 strikeouts, no walks. Facing off here against Rigatoni. Tony 9 for 40 this season, with 3 home runs, also 15 strikeouts. And he gets rung up there. Here's Levi Booth. Booth was the lone reason the Knights beat the Overdrafts last week in that 1-0 victory. Have sent the Overdrafts kind of spiraling over the past week or two. See if he can do any damage here. Booth 12 for 39 this season, 4 home runs. Rounds 1 lasers to dartboard, back to lasers for a Dragons special. And we go top of the second. We'll see lasers, he's due up second this half inning. Let's take a pick at what Yoshida has done this year. 14 innings of work, just 2 earned runs, a 1.29 ERA, a stellar 16-2 strikeout to walk ratio. He's got a .78 whip, striking out 10.2 per 9. So Yoshida, a bit of a tough nut to crack, but Elderberry gives it a possessed shot and gets himself a leadoff single. Brings up Boomer Lasers to the plate. And Lasers into left. Does it have enough? It is foul. Another one into the stands. 0-2 the count to Lasers. Full count. And that's caught by Tony for round number 1. Yes, you are correct. Dragons winning makes it impossible for the Gauchos to have clinched this week, but a win or a loss by the Dragons and then potentially whatever outcome here would give the Gauchos the evolution. And that's a strikeout, 2 down now. That brings up Trudy Fruity. Fruity flirting with Wash Jolly for the batting title in the Ssbl. Fruity hitting .469 on the season, 15 for 32. And gets that one under the glove of the first baseman. That's going to roll into the corner. And the Wrong Fielders have runners at the corners in 2 away. A chance here for Sophia Saturn. Saturn, though, just 6 for 37 this year, 162 average. That Whiffer trait rearing its ugly head with 14 strikeouts this season. But does have 2 RBIs under her belt so far, but there is whiffer on a 1-2 count. Fouls it off. We'll do it again. Grounder to Harris, and she'll take it herself for round number 3. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Britt Glover, Kenya Weist, and Corey Harris due up.
Now back, the designated hitter, number 53.
Oh, tough dive there by Dartboard, and Glover will be aboard.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 20. Inside. Right. Follow.
3-0 to Weiss, composed on Gross. Gets him strike there on what I believe was a fork ball. And gets him to even up the count 3-2. And gets it to pop it up. And caught by roundabout for round number 1. So composed paying off there for Gross. Battling back from 3-0 to get the first out of the inning. Corey Harris to the plate. Harris just 6 for 40 on the year. A 150 batting average. Popped up into center field. Yakatori will make the catch. 2 away now. And Pinalea Vodka.
Number
2-2 the count. And strike 3 called. Vodka goes down. And we go to the top of the third. 9-1 and 2 due up. And Wayne puts one out of the reach of Vodka, and he'll be aboard with a leadoff single.
the shortstop, number 7.
Here's a crazy but true fact. These two teams combined for exactly 183 hits and 183 strikeouts. Their combined average and strikeout rate are identical. Couple of quick outs, though. Look to strand the leadoff single. Yakatori to the plate. Yoshida now locked in. 3 hits through 2 2/3. That's a grounder to Vodka. And she gets to Harris in time for out number 3. And we'll go to the bottom of the third. Ahmed Khan, Radiator Wolfcastle, and Wesley Jacks due up.
The catcher, number 30.
Rose is locked in himself. Just 2 hits allowed through 2 innings so far and a pair of strikeouts. But gives up a leadoff walk to start the bottom of the third. Brings up Rainier Wolfcastle.
Number 23.
Castle hitting 8 for 31. 258 on the year. Rounds that to round him out, and that will be a 4-6-3 Dragons special. Seen quite a few of those tonight. I believe that's number 6. 5 or 6. And that is quick work of the third. Top of the fourth, still scoreless. See what offense breaks through first. Elderberry Lasers and Brick House due up.
The left fielder, number 99.
Wrong fielder's not exactly known for their offense. Third worst in the league. Oh, that's Walker's, dang it. Wrong fielders. Middle of the pack are the wrong fielders, actually. 251 on the year, average-wise, 13th in the league. But 9th in home runs hit, hitting 13 on the season. And doing pretty well on the strikeout side of things, just 26% of the time. Averaging just a bit above. Just missed another Dragon special. Knights, on the other hand, hitting 274 on the year, 6th in average. 7th in home runs with 14. Also really good, actually better than the wrong fielders are, strikeout rate. They won't avoid the Dragon special this time, as that will send us to the bottom of the 4th. It's Rigatoni, Levi, Booth, and Brick Glover due up. Grounder to round him out number 1. Three and 1, the count to Booth. And right to Lasers. He'll take it himself, round number 2. And that is a 1-2-3 inning. We're through 4 and no one has scored. Top of the 5th we go. Fruity Saturn and Woden Wayne for the wrong fielders. Grounder to Tony. 1 away. I believe Woden Wayne is season 4. He is definitely elderly. A strikeout of Saturn. Go down, and here's the aforementioned Woden Wayne. And Woden Wayne singles up the middle to keep the top of the 5th alive. Wayne, though, doing fairly well so far this season. Sporting a 278 batting average coming into the year. A diving stop by Vodka, but oh, the throw's in time! What a play by Vodka, sliding into right field and rocketing the throw to first to end the inning. Remember that play as we go along. Diving stop by Roundabout, and that's in time. Wrong fielder's defense not to be outdone. And here is Vodka. Swing and miss, 0-2. And strike 3 called. Top of the 6th we go. Nothing but goose egg still. And we'll have 2, 3, and 4 due up in the order for the wrong fielders. Into right, but right at Wolfcastle. Here is the injury replacement, Yakatori. And he will get one into the gap. But Levi Booth cuts it off nicely before it turns into extra bases. Brings up Gramps Elderberry, having a fantastic season. 16 for 42, 381 with 4 home runs and 12 RBIs. Fouls this one off for a 2-2 count. Oh, Corey Harris! What is going on with the defense tonight? Can't turn 2, but a fantastic play by Harris, even getting the lead runner there. Brings up Boomer Lasers with 2 outs. And Yoshida gives up a walk to Lasers. Puts a pair on now for Brick Haas. Haas hitting .237 this season. Just 1 home run. Oh, that one was spicy. But instead pops up in foul territory. Harris will make the catch and will go to the bottom of the 6th. Ahmed Khan, Rainier Wolfcastle, and Wesley Jacks due up. Just 2 hits so far from the Knights here. We'll see one of the 2 hitters, Wesley Jacks, he's due up 3rd. That is, that one's through. That one's in the gap. Yakatori will cut it off. The leadoff runner aboard for the Knights. Pose worked last time for Gross. Let's see if he can battle back here. Hitting runs fouled off 3-1. 3-2. Swing and a miss! Pat Gross does it again! Top of the order for the 3rd time today. Runner going the throw in time! And just like that, a runner on and nobody out turns to 2 outs, but Jacks put this one into the gap. And it's a little bit too little too late, as that probably would have scored the runner had he not tried to steal. But Jacks now in scoring position for Tony. That one being very spicy, just missing the bag down the 3rd baseline, 0-2. Popped up into center field, Yakatori charging in, and will make the catch for out number 3, and will go to the top of the 7th, still 0-0. 7, 8, and 9 due up for the wrong fielders. Rounded right to Vodka, in time, 1 away. Two down now, and here's Woden Wayne. He's 2 for 2 today. It's popped up. Harris is under it. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Bottom of the 7th. Levi Booth, Britt Glover, and Kenya Weist. Saw the Knights win 1-0 last week. Levi Booth do it again. He's the singles through the left side of the infield to start off the inning. 3-0 to Brick Glover. Oh, generous call there. And fouled off a full count for Pat Gross. And singles up the middle, composed, can't save him for a third time. And the Knights have 2 on and nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. And the veteran Kenya Weiss to the plate. And Weiss into right. Woden Wayne with a sliding catch. 1 down now. Corey Harris to the plate. Another 3-0 count from Gross. And that's ball 4. The bases will be loaded. And Pinalea Vodka to the plate. She is tense, 0 for 2 today. But the bat is still strong. Oh, almost hits her. 1-1, the pressure's all the way up. She fouls it back, 1-2. Grounded to short. Oh, it's a tough dive. He can't come up with it. A run will score. 1-0. The Knights take the lead. And that will do it for Pat Gross. It probably would have scored a run nonetheless, but they don't even get an out of it. And the bases are still loaded. As it was a tough dive for Dartboard at short. 2-2 count now to Ahmed Khan. Full count, the bases are loaded, nowhere to put Khan. And he puts one up the middle. 1 run will score, Knights lead 2-0. Down the third base line, Saturn will go home for 1 to first for a Dragon Special. A nifty Dragon Special, a 5-2-3 double play gets us to the top of the 8th, but not before the Knights take a 2-0 lead. We'll see how much longer Yoshida can last here. Up above 90 pitches to start off the top of the 8th, but has been locked in for quite some time in this one. And gets the strikeout to start off the inning. And that will do it for Yoshida. It's the first out of the inning and hands it over to Bob Murr. And Bob Murr has a bit of a alarming stat line. 7 2/3 on the year, 10 earned runs, an 11.73 ERA, and a 2.2 whip. But he gets the last 2 outs of the 8th, sends us to the bottom half. Last chance for the Knight to pad the lead. It's the top of the order due up. Round him out with the diving stop in time for round number 1. Rigatoni's 0 for 3 today. Sally Dobbs came in that last inning. Dobbs, 20 1/3 innings of work, 6 earned, 2.66 ERA, 17 strikeouts to 5 walks. Oh, Lasers climbs the ladder there for out number 2. And it's Levi Booth to the plate. Last thing standing in between us and the top of the 9th. Fouled off. It's a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss. Top of the 9th we go. Wrong fielders need at least 2. 4, 5, and 6 due up in the order. And Boomer Lasers, I'm sorry, that's Gramps Elderberry, puts one out of the park. It catches the netting in left field, and it's 2-1 instantaneously.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 19.
And here is Boomer Lasers. Let's see if Bob Murr can finish up business here. 1-2 the count to Lasers. Fouls it off. Full count. And walks him. Tying run aboard. Go ahead run at the plate now. Brick House. Two and two the count. And he gets rung up there, one away. And here is Trudy Fruity. And Fruity puts one into the gap in left field. It rolls to the wall. Runner headed for third. We stop with it. Rounding third, headed for home. We've got ourselves a tie game. Trudy Fruity with an RBI double.
The third baseman, number 10.
Go ahead run in scoring position for Sophia Saturn. Bob Murr has blown it here. And just one out here in the top of the ninth. And this one is deep into left. Sophia Saturn has given the wrong fielders the lead. A 4-run top of the ninth, and the wrong fielders now lead 4-2.
The right fielder, number 11.
Holy cow. The stats don't lie. Bob Murr is who we thought he was. Wayne pops it up, stays in the infield. Tony is there for out number 2.
The shortstop, number 7.
It's the top of the order dartboard. 0 for 4 today. And puts one up the middle. And she is aboard.
The second baseman, number 35, pitching.
And that will do it for Murr. Tallywags comes in. Not much better. 9 earned through 8 1/3, a 9.72 ERA. I think we found the reason why the Knights are the second worst team ERA in the league. Finally get the final out of the top of ninth, but now they need to. It's 4, 5, and 6 due up in the order.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 53.
Britt Glover 2 for 3 on the day. And roundabout steals one!
The left fielder, number 20.
Absolutely takes away a gapper from... and this one's deep into left. Back it goes, and that one is gone. It's a run game. How big is the play now by dartboard, or roundabout there, preventing us from a tie ball game? Just one down, 4-3 here in the bottom of the ninth. Rounded, under the glove of Lasers, and the tying runs aboard. Holy cow, an action-packed last few innings. Here is Pinalea Vodka. She represents the winning one at the plate. Ahead in the count, 2-0. The pressure is mounting here. Pops it up, foul territory. Will it get out of play? It does. It finds the second row of the stands. Vodka stays alive. And another one foul. 2-2 the count. Swing and a miss and a ball in the dirt. Not the greatest plate appearance there by Vodka. Dobbs is done. Ritz Gutgak comes in to try and get the final out of the game against Ahmed Khan. 2 for 2 with a walk today. And is ahead 0-2. Valdoff will do it again. Outside, 1-2. Another one fouled off. Ninth pitch of the at-bat, 2-2 the count. Fouled back, we're doing it again. A slow roller, round him out to first in time for out number 3. And that will do it. The wrong fielders complete the ninth inning, come back and take one away from the Knights 4-3. And Shelby Roundabout deserves a huge pat on the back with her defense. Knights out-hit the wrong fielders, but the wrong fielders get just enough. 2 home runs in that ninth inning. Sophia Saturn and Gramps Elderberry. 10 hits for the Knights. Jax with multiple hits. Glover as well, and Ahmed Khan. Win goes to Dobbs. 1 earned through 2 1/3. Save goes to Gutgak. Loss to Bob Murr. 4 earned through an inning and a third. And Yoshida gets top billing with Elderberry right behind him and Saturn with the game winner. Well, that was definitely exciting. Wrong fielders taking victory from the jaws of defeat. And we'll head to game number 3, Serpents and the Cyclones. We'll be right after this. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Ssbl on Twitch. And here we are, final game of the night. And let's have a little fun with it.
Number 14. The third baseman, number 3.
Hank Murphy on the mound versus Gwen Morello. Oh wait, this isn't right. This is, I'm thinking of the Serpents from like 5 years ago. Something wasn't right there. Oh, son of a bitch, I did it again. Okay, let's actually think about this. Want the airplane one. There we go. It's gracious. Okay, third time's the charm. Let's fix this.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 14. Now batting, the third baseman, number 3.
Tyrese Rose puts one down in the center field. A 1-out single.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 21.
Man, I have quite a few errors in this one for these teams.
Batting, the shortstop, number 7.
That one's through the left side. The bases will be loaded.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 35.
And it's Kazuto Yoshida to the plate. 1-2 the count. Fouls it back. Rounded, Hearts to Morrison, and not in time. Yoshida beats it out, and the Cyclones are on the board.
Number 21.
That's off the glove of Murphy, and the throw not in time. Mannequin not fast enough, and will go to the bottom of the first, just 1-0.
Now batting, the left,
I can fix the rest of this.
number 13. Now batting, the shortstop, number 69.
Popped up behind the plate, caught by Mannequin for out number 2.
Now batting, the first baseman, number
Let's see.
11.
That's down to the center field. Among Us cuts it off.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 24.
Quite a few listed players between these two teams on the batting sheet. Oh, off the glove. And everyone's safe. Doug Kelly couldn't roll that one in. And we'll see Kaladin Stormbless come to the plate. Familiar face with the Cyclones defense letting Quinn Morello down this season. Stormblessed hitting 11 for 32 this season, 344 on the year. Posed on Morello on a 3-1 count. And ball for the bases will be loaded for the Serpents. And it's the big bat of Alfred Walker.
Number 77.
Grounded to second, Yoshida in time for out number 3. And the Cyclones get out of the jam. We go to the top of the second, still 1-0.
The right fielder, number 64.
That's a bomber special to start off the inning.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 19.
So runner on for Jabron Lames. Swing miss, 1-2 the count. Off the glove of Barry Terry, but the throw in time, Morrison covering.
The center fielder,
And here comes Chungus Among Us. As if he didn't need any help being bad at hitting the baseball. Pops this one up into left, and Zimbabwe makes the catch.
now batting, the first baseman, number 14.
Back to top of the order, Doug Kelly. Kelly just 5 for 34 on the year, 147 average. Swings and misses. And we head to the bottom of the second. Leon Morrison, Terra Vulnerable, and Jerry Briggs due up.
The second baseman, number 17.
Gwyn Morello, 15 1/3 innings of work this year and only 1 earned run. A .59 ERA, a .78 whip, a 15-3 strikeout to walk ratio. 1 away, Terra Vulnerable to the plate. One and two. And that one's to Kelly for out number 2. Brings up Jerry Briggs. Briggs fouls that off. 1 and 2 the count. Serpent's fouling off quite a few Morello's pitches. He's already up to almost 40 here. With only 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Composed on Morello. Grounded to Rose. He fields it cleanly to first in time for out number 3. We'll go to the top of the third. Still 1-0 for the Cyclones. 2, 3, and 4 due up for them here.
The third baseman,
Hank Murphy on the year, also fairly strong, 12 1/3. Just 2 earned runs, 7 hits, 3 walks, 10 strikeouts. A 1.46 ERA and a .81 whip. Actually has 2 home runs surrendered on the year, so the only runs he's given up this year are via home runs.
the designated hitter, number 20.
Oh no!
Number 18.
Hank Murphy with the nasty blister. At least it's the blister and not the elbow soreness. I believe he'll be healed by his next start. I think that's fine. But an instant dip into the bullpen, it's JT Mullins.
Now batting, the
Yeah, no effect beyond the game it's occurred in. So tough loss there for this game, but doesn't affect the future. We'll go bottom of the third, top of the order due up for the Serpents. Zimbabwe. Is that a Starbucks reference? Because isn't there like a Zimbabwe coffee? Or just Zimbabwe, like on country? Ooh, ripped foul by Hearts. 1-1. Morello's locked in. Another hard hit foul by Hearts. Kari on the season, 9 for 41, a far cry from her rookie year last year. She led this Serpents team in hits last season. Rounds this one to short. Woods is there. The throw in time for out number 2. Just by a step, though. And brings up Barry Terry. He's in for the injured Pete Za, who returns next week. Terry is 1 for 5 in Za's absence. Swing and a miss. Down goes Terry. We go to the top of the fourth, still 1-0. Yoshida, Mannequin, and O'Brien due up. JT Mullins, 27 innings of work this season, 10 earned runs, a 3.33 ERA, 23 strikeouts to just 5 walks, has a sub-1 whip. Strikes out another one there. Yoshida goes down. Grounded right to Morrison. That's out number 2. Full count here to O'Brien. Fouls it off. And he will draw the walk. Which will bring up Jabron Lames. Lames hitting 7 for 29. 241 on the year. Rounds it right to Hearts. Throws in time for out number 3, and we'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Big McLarchuch will lead things off with Stormblessed and Alfred Walker. Larchuch, 12 for 43 this year for a 279 average. This one to Woods. In time, one away. Two and 1 the count to Stormblessed. 2-2. Tough activated though for Stormblessed here. Fouls it back. Pose versus Tough out here. And it grounded to short. Woods has been a busy beaver. In time for out number 2, and here's Alfred Walker. 0-2 the count. Swing and a miss. top of the 5th we go. 9-1-2 due up for the Cyclones. All eyes upon Chungus Amungus, sitting at 0 for 29 on the season. Pops this one up into right. Miklarczyk will make the catch now for out number 1. Top of the order, Doug Kelly. Rips one into left, doesn't have enough, it's not high enough, it's off the wall. And it keeps it to a single. That one ripped into left, brings up Tyrese Rose. And Rose puts one down into left. Zimbabwe cuts it off, but the Cyclones with 2 aboard here in the top of the 5th. Brings up Vern Knight Jr. Has yet to record a hit with his new team. One-two count here to Knight, and he pops it up. Infield fly is called, and Stormbless will make the catch. Out number 2, and Timberwoods will come to the plate. Woods just 5 for 36 this year, a $139. And floats this one right to Morrison for out number 3. The Cyclones leave a couple more stranded. Bottom of the 5th we go. 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Serpents. Well, starting off the inning at 74 pitches. But Morrison grounds one right to Kelly for out number 1. This one to third, Rose up of it. In time for out number 2. Into left, and Lames makes the shoestring catch for round number 3, top of the 6. We go. See how much longer Mullins lasts. Yoshida to the plate, 3-1 the count. And Yoshida will draw a leadoff walk. Oh, and 2 the count to Mannequin. And they're going to get... and he... Oh, Cyclones. He was going to get caught in the rundown. The throw to second was in the dirt. Hartz didn't field it correctly. If he just slid into second, he would have been safe. He turned around, and he gets tagged out by Morrison. Now there's 2 away. O'Brien into right, but Miklarczyk tracks it down for out number 3. And we'll go to the bottom of the 6th, top of the order, due up for the Serpents here.
The left fielder, number 13. Follow.
3-1 to Zimbabwe in their first strike, full count. And again, Compose versus Tough out. Rounder 2, you guessed it, Timberwoods, the throw in time for round number 1. Mojo down for Zimbabwe. Popped up foul territory. Caught by Kelly for round number 2. Picks up Barry Terry. One of the 2 hits tonight for the Serpents. Slow roller, Yoshida charging in. The throw in time for out number 3. And we'll head to the top of the 7th. Jabron Lames, Chungus Among Us, and Doug Kelly do up. See if JT Mullins will stay in the game. He will not. In comes Captain Jack. And Jack will give up a walk to bring up Chungus Among Us, who's still looking for his first career hit. And he bunts, and of course. Oh, Chungus. Doug Kelly 1 on, 1 out. 1-1 the count. That one's ripped into right. Back it goes. Doesn't have enough. At the wall is big. He makes the catch at the wall for out number 2. A deep sigh of relief from the Serpents there. I thought that one had the distance. Ripped down the line, but that'll be foul. A 1-2 count to Tyrese Rose came in on Jack. Full count, runner will go. Swing and a miss! Captain Jack gets out of the inning. Without surrendering anything, remains 1-0 going to the bottom of the 7th. And it's the heart of the order to up for the Serpents. Win Morello is on fire, but at 95 pitches here and behind 2-0 to McLarchuge. 3-0 composed on Morello. Ripped right to Yoshida for round number 1. That one over the head and into left center. A good ricochet to Among Us leaves that to be only a single. But Storm Blessed is aboard here for Alfred Walker. Is the 4th base runner tonight for the Serpents. Morello staying in the game. That's how little faith the Cyclones have in their bullpen. Morello over 100 pitches now. 1-2 the count. No longer on fire, but still locked in. Popped up into center field. And it'll be Yoshida making the catch for round number 2. And here is Leon Morrison. And there goes Morello. In comes Alfonso Sims to try and finish this one off. Or at least get the last out of the bottom of the 7th at very least. Sims has been decent. 3 earned through 7 2/3. A 3.5 ERA. 1.3 whip. But gives up the leadoff walk. Or hit the first walk to the first batter he faces. Puts the tie and run in scoring position now for Terra Vulnerable. Oh, into the count to Vulnerable. And that one's down into left. Lames will throw it in, and the base is loaded for the Serpents. Tie and run 90 feet away here for Jerry Briggs. Briggs, 351 on the season, 11 RBIs for him, a 1-1 count. The pressure's all the way up here for Sims, a 1-2 count now. Swing and a miss! Sims gets out of the inning. We go to the top of the 8th, still 1-0.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 21.
Captain Jack to start off the top of the 8th here against Vern Knight Jr. 1-2 the count. Full count. Swing and a miss at ball 4. One away, Timber Woods to the plate. Fouled back, 2-2 the count. Full count. And that will be a walk, so Timber Woods is aboard. Wonder if they'll leave him in the game or pinch run him. He will stay in the game. Yoshida to the plate now. 0 for 2 today with a walk and an RBI. And pops it up, foul territory behind the plate. Storm Blessed is under it. And he'll make the catch, round number 2. Kevin Manikin 1 for 8 for his new team coming into this week. Three and 0 to Mannequin. Meatball, but Mannequin doesn't swing. Fouls that one off. A full count to Mannequin. And strike 3 called. Mannequin doesn't swing, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. Top of the order due up for the Serpents. Still a 1-0 ball game.
Fielder, number 13.
One and 2 the count to Zimbabwe. 0 for 3 intense today. Oh, almost gets hit there. Full count. And Zimbabwe will take a walk. Leadoff runner aboard for the Serpents brings up Kari Hartz.
Number 69.
And Kari Hartz will put the Serpents on top. 2-0. Sims bounces back with the strikeout of Terry for out number 1. Doug Kelly will beat Big McLarchus to the bag for out number 2 and brings up Caledon Stormblessed. That one rocked into the gap, and that one will hit off the base of the wall. Stormblessed will probably stay put at second. Brings up an 0 for 3 Alfred Walker. And that's your ball game. And to the top of the ninth we go. Cyclones need 3, and it's 7, 8, and 9 due up in their order. Captain Jack could get the win here. Well, he still could get the win. Ryan will draw a leadoff walk.
The left fielder, number 19.
He's up Jabron Lames. Grounder to third, and it's under the glove of Walker. And the Cyclones have 2 aboard. Tying run to come to the plate, and none other than Chungus Among Us. And the game keeps him in. Don't quite understand that, but we'll roll with it. One down in top of the order, Doug Kelly. 1 for 4 today. Missed a home run by about the width of the wall in right field earlier. Right to Hearts for out number 2, and the last hope for the Cyclones, Tyrese Rose. And that one's into the gap. That's going to roll to the wall. And we are going to have ourselves a 1-run ball game. Tyrese Rose with a 2-run RBI double. And in comes Hugh George III. Try and tie things up here with 2 outs. And Hugh George III into right. Does it have enough? Hugh George III, it's off the wall. And Hugh George III will tie things up at 4 apiece.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 7.
And that's a slow roller. Runner's going to round third, head for home. The throw from McLarch, huge, is not in time. The Cyclones have taken the lead.
The second baseman, number 35.
I did not see this coming. A 4-run top of the ninth for the Cyclones after a 4-run bottom of the 8th from the Serpents. (3-1) to Yoshida. And Yoshida pokes one into the corner. A decent hop gets it to McLarch huge in time. And runners both in scoring position for Kevin Mannequin. 0 for 4 intense. And Mannequin into right, but McLarch huge will track that one down for out number 3. And to the bottom of the ninth we go. 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Serpents. 1 to tie, 2 to win. Terra vulnerable to the plate.
Pitching, number 40.
Nori Aru to try and win things for the Cyclones here. And he gets the strikeout to lead things off. Jerry Briggs to the plate. Two and 1 the count. 3-1. And the tying run will take first. Zimbabwe represents the game winner. That one's fouled off. 0-2, but tough out will activate for Way. Runner is going to strike him out and throw him out. The Cyclones have pulled off a huge upset. The second upset the Cyclones have pulled this season. They beat the Stingers early in the year and pull off a massive one over the Serpents 5-4. 4 runs in the top of the 9th. Holy cow, out of nowhere. Well, ten hits for the Cyclones, 3 from Rose, 2 RBIs, 2 from Woods. Serpents with 7 hits. Stormbless goes 2 for 3. Win goes to Sims, who gives up 4 in an inning and a third. Save goes to Aru, and loss gets tagged to Blast Hard Cheese. Took away the win from Captain Jack. He gives up 4 in an inning. Win Morello, your MVP, followed by Tyrese Rose and Kari Hartz. And that will do it for a stunning end to Day 3. The Cyclones take one from the Serpents. Now it just comes down to the question if the Bombers can capitalize on the ESTV Game of the Week against the Wildcats. Well, that's going to do it all for tonight. Very exciting there at the end. Thank you all for tuning in, everyone. Have a good night, and I'll see you all next time.